Our district has been able to save quite a bit of money, which translates in a school district to reducing the encroachment on the general fund. So we were able to implement some changes right away. And for this last year, we reduced our encroachment on the general fund by $2.3 million in 1 year. One of my favorite findings in the report is that we should have more psychologists. And in these economic times, that's a really hard sell. Another major finding was that the over-identification in speech and language, which would lead to a reduction in speech and language. Another really useful recommendation was the RTI, use of the RTI model and blended programs with our RSP and special day class to reduce our special day class numbers. There are recommendations that will directly benefit our district, like referral processes, examples of how to put in what types of information needs to be in a referral process to really get at the legal criteria for eligibility, for staffing, some very specific for staffing, and my favorite, which is the how to identify which children should not be on the bus. Well, we're going to implement the Opportunity Report in two ways, and the first way is some of the things that I knew were coming up because I had the draft data last spring. With regards to, we had several recommendations regarding exiting students and changes in transportation. And those are things that I was able to start implementing internally in our district last year. The other pieces we're going to contract again to help us continue to collect data and see if the recommendations are working and do some benchmarking and objectives and help us with our plan on how to move forward. Educational. And being in education, I like to learn. They're professional, knowledgeable, timely, really supportive. Supportive would probably be one of my strongest words, because last year when we were initially gathering the data, we were very short-handed. We had lost some people unexpectedly. And they came in and helped collect the data for us directly, so that was huge. They were very detail-oriented, and the small groups, when we met with teachers and parents and different groups, the focus groups, they were very warm and collaborative. I heard from those folks that they really felt listened to and heard. I think that the group really took into account our needs. They really looked at us as an individual district and what would be good for us. And that combined with a good hard look at the data was great. It has been incredibly useful. I cannot emphasize how important it is to have non-biased outside eyes and that data collection. It is just remarkable. And then the second piece of sitting down with me and our superintendent for hours and explaining the report was eye-opening. The depth of data, I would recommend it in a heartbeat.